Hi, I'm Emily McGovern, and this is my short research project. So I am investigating attitudes towards climate change in Egypt and Iraq. And later on, I'm going to be crossing attitudes towards climate change with age. So this is the first graph for attitudes towards climate change in Egypt and Iraq. They're broken up into very serious problem, a somewhat serious problem, a not very serious problem, and not a serious problem at all, and don't know. As you can see, Egypt considers climate change to be a very serious problem, more than Iraq does. 40% of Egyptians think Iraq is 30% of Egyptians think 40% of Egyptians think that climate change is a very serious problem, whereas only 28% of people in Iraq think it is a very serious problem. Here is that data in a table with Egypt on this column and Iraq in this column. Here is the article that I used for the connection. This article is about how climate change is often viewed as a generational issue, with younger people thinking it's more serious of a problem than the older generation, and how that is not necessarily always true. I highly consider giving this a read. Okay, now for the cross tabulations. This one is Egypt, attitudes towards climate change crossed with age. As you can see, there's a pretty clear downward trend that as you get older, you view climate change less as a very serious problem, with 48% of people 18 to 29 thinking it is a very serious problem, 36% of people age 30 to 49 thinking it's a very serious problem, and 32% of people who are 50 or more thinking it is a very serious problem. So according to this information, it would appear that this is more of a generational issue, with younger people caring more about climate change. And here is that cross tabulation that's focusing on a very serious problem in climate change crossed with age. This highlights even more the downward trend of age and attitude toward climate change. Next is Iraq, attitudes towards climate change and age. As you can see here, here's the first table. And as you can see here, that downward trend of age in climate change is not present. In fact, all of the age groups for a very serious problem are within 1 to 2 percentage points of each other. So that downward trend did not follow. Here is just a very serious problem and the ages. As you can see, 30 to 49 actually thinks it is the most serious problem. They think it has the most percentage of people that think it is a very serious problem, followed by age 18 to 29 and 50 or more. So it did not follow the same trend that Egypt did. And this information would agree more with the article in saying that climate change is not just a generational issue. It's everybody is concerned about it despite their age. Now, one reason for this difference between Iraqis thinking climate change is less of a serious issue and it not following the same age, is that Iraq has an oil-based economy, and the production of oil, the use of oil directly impacts climate change. So when you are when you're benefiting from an issue, you're much less likely to think that it is an issue, especially for people age 18 to 29. These are people just entering the workforce or just starting their career. And if they admit that oil is an issue and that climate change is an issue, well, most likely a lot of them would be out of a job. So that could explain why these people are less willing to admit the issue of climate change simply because they're benefiting from it. Whereas Egypt, they don't have an economy based as heavily on oil. So they don't have as much to lose from stopping climate change. Thank you.